If you've never lived in Florida before, there are some things you need to know before you start your home search. Hi everyone, I'm Kim Devlin with the Kim Devlin team in St. Augustine, Florida. I help buyers every day move into the area, and some have never even been to Florida and are surprised by some of the differences compared to where they are coming from. So I thought I'd share those with you so you can be better prepared when you start searching for your home here. One of the many comments I get about homes here in Florida from buyers is that there are no basements. There's a reason for this. Florida is basically a flood zone. It just depends on what zone you're in, and I have discussed this in another video, which I will definitely share in the end. In a nutshell, the reason there are no basements is because of the high water table and proximity to the ocean. The groundwater is very close to the surface in most parts of Florida, making it impossible to have a basement. Now, this doesn't mean your house is going to flood. It just means that you're not going to have as much storage as you might be used to, especially if you're coming from a home with a basement. And yes, your Florida home will definitely have an attic, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest storing items there because it will get very hot. The best thing to do is purge the things you don't need, or look for a home with a 3-car garage that you can insulate and store items in. Another thing you really need to know is most homes are in a community with HOA fees, and most new construction is being built in master plan communities which come with HOA fees but also CDD fees. And if you do not know what those are, I already did a video on that too, and I'll share that in the end. In general, the CDD fee includes the bond the builder took out to build the community plus the operations and maintenance for the community. So this fee can range anywhere from $800 to $4,000 a year. That is paid annually on your tax bill. The HOA fee in these types of communities are typically lower and are there to enforce the restrictions and maintain your home's value, and are on average $5 to $40 a month. Even if the home you're interested in is not in a newer master plan community, it will likely have an HOA unless you're in one of the older, more established neighborhoods where you can park your RV or boat in your driveway. We do have a few neighborhoods like this, like St. Augustine South. In areas like the Palm Coast, the majority of the housing is not in an HOA or CDD master plan community, but does come with restrictions which are enforced by the local government. So if your lawn gets too long, you'll get a notice to mow it. You are also not allowed to park RVs and boats in your driveway in the Palm Coast. So even though there are no HOA fees, it'll sort of feel like you're living in one. One very, 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 very important thing to know about living in Florida is that water is gold. So if you are purchasing a home here and it does not have a separate well for irrigation, make sure you set your sprinklers at the minimum to keep your grass green. The best thing you could do would be to create hardscapes and mulch beds because conserving water will definitely save you money. Now, something to keep in mind is that if you are buying a new home in a master plan community, the home will probably not have a separate well for irrigation, and many of these communities won't allow you to install one. So definitely something to research first if this would be an issue for you. Another thing that surprised home buyers is home construction. Homes in North Florida are much more likely to be built with wood frame than concrete block. Now, this isn't to say you won't find concrete block homes, because you will, especially in the Palm Coast, custom homes on the ocean, and older communities like St. Augustine Shores. But the majority of the homes in North Florida are wood frame construction. This surprises many home buyers, especially from South Florida, where the majority of the homes are block construction because it is more resistant to termites and storms. Another positive to concrete block is the savings you get on your homeowner's insurance. So why is wood frame more popular among builders in North Florida? It's basically because that is a skilled tradesman the builders have historically had access to, plus it's less expensive to build a wood frame home versus a concrete block home. Now, that doesn't mean a wood frame home is not a well-built home. Wood framed homes have strong hardware and good engineering practices to protect themselves from wind damage. Another positive to wood frame homes is they have better insulating capabilities than concrete block. A common exterior finish you'll find on homes here in North Florida is stucco. This can be over a wood frame home or concrete block. If you're purchasing a home with this type of exterior, something to keep in mind is that it will require yearly maintenance to check for cracks in the stucco. It's important to have this repaired so you do not get moisture in the wall system, causing further damage. Now, if you do have some cracks in your stucco, no worries, because I have a really great stucco guy. On new construction homes, you will mainly see cement siding. It has become more popular over the years due to its resistance to mold and wear, plus it's less maintenance and longer lasting than stucco. The last thing that might surprise you about North Florida is we have a lot of oak trees and pine trees. A lot of people move to Florida wanting to see palm trees in their yard, and we do have palms, but you will also see a variety of other native trees, and one thing that comes with these trees are allergies. They are beautiful, providing tree-lined neighborhoods with shade all summer, but tree pollen is one of the most common allergens, and we here in North Florida rank one of the worst areas for spring allergies, and thanks to our temperate climate, these native trees start producing pollen as early as December and last through June. Those gorgeous trees also lose their leaves in the fall, so if you are not someone that enjoys raking your yard, you may want to avoid a home with these types of trees on your property. So those are just some of the things that surprised homebuyers in North Florida, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Was there anything that surprised you about living in Florida that is different from where you lived before? Let me know and drop a comment below. As promised, see these 2 videos about flood zones and CDD fees so you can learn a little bit more. Reach out with any questions. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.